Hey everybody, welcome back to our second live stream on Star Labs Confidential. For today, we have famous cosplayer here known as Kofit, as we're going to talk about everything Spiderverse related and his amazing cosplays that he has done over the years. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
So I guess to start us off, how did you get started with cosplaying in general?
So growing up, I've just always loved like nerdy things. I grew up on Transformers, G.I. Joe, Turtles, Power Rangers, stuff like that. Superheroes, I used to read the comics all the time. Spider-Man, Captain America, the Fantastic Four. Right around like where issues like 300, like Spider-Man 300 was like that my favorite comic book probably for the longest time. Anyway, I worked for a hobby store. Actually, I worked for Funkoland. It's like an old video game store. But then I moved to a hobby store that was in the area called Dragon's Den, and they asked me to go to these cons that they were gonna be a part of because they wanted to sell stuff. They sold comics and they sold cards. And when I went to them, I was like, oh, this stuff seems like it's fun. And I saw somebody just dress up. Again, this is a con. It was UberCon. I don't even think it's around anymore. But basically what happened was I saw people have fun. This is like 2002, 2003. And I've always loved also Halloween, like dressing up. I think I did an old Obi-Wan Kenobi from like when I was a senior in high school. It's like 1999. And so it just kind of reminded me of that. And they asked me to go to like Wizard World. And for Halloween, I made, with a buddy of mine, we made a Neo outfit that I wore. And I brought it there and I just had a blast. And people just had, mind you, this is 2004. So like I had people coming up that wanted to take photos. They had like disposable cameras. The iPhone was still like 3-4 years out. But it kind of took me over. And I saw somebody's like giant Optimus Prime that was just making like out of cardboard and stuff, and I'm like, I could also do this stuff. I like this looks fun. I was having a blast just being Neo. This is just when the Matrix Reloaded came out, and it was just, it just kind of like swept into me. And then for the next few years after that, I just, kept it a little bit low key, and then I started wrapping it up once I started going to New York Comic Con, just seeing nerd culture grow. Like it went from something so small to now it's just, I think the tickets are on sale coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, it's amazing how something like with Spider-Man, Power Rangers, how all that stuff can influence people to grow in something else, to either do cosplays, to get in movies, to do our own thing. It's really something.
Oh yeah, it's just crazy how things, especially past, like I feel like now everything is nostalgia. Like we're the group that have the money. Like when we were kids, I didn't have like half the stuff I had. Like, I got a Lego Death Star here. I probably would never have that when I was a kid. And like a couple of, there's a lot of stuff I have right around now. And I think it's just now that I have some disposable income, it's just, it just kind of brings it all back. And just seeing people just bring it to life as well. It's always a fun thing to see.
Yeah, especially since I would argue that there are some cosplays that have a better look than even like the official live action remakes. So, what would you say would be like your favorite cosplay that you've done so far?
Well, that's a good question, because I always break that into like, I think like two answers. One is, what's my favorite that character and person that I like doing, and then like my favorite just like one to just be myself in, I guess. Like I love my Goku. I've been cosplaying Goku since 2012. As far back as me just spiking my hair up and trying to be Super Saiyan. People thinking I was Super Saiyan Gohan from like the Cell, that Trunk special, all the way to getting the wigs, working out, trying to be as in shape as I can, all the way to last year's Anime NYC when I had my Goku jersey. I was Goku on vacation because like that whole con I was like, I was in a lot of pain from a foot injury, and like walking around was not the most fun thing to do. So like I didn't even want to dress up, but I'm like, I gotta do something. So I had my beard and like I painted it like to match the wig, and everyone like loved it. And I put on like sunglasses and my Goku. I have a Goku jersey that says 9001 on it, and I put that on and I just walked around. But like I've done so many like Gokus. I've done like regular, Super Saiyan God. I mean, no, Super Saiyan Blue, I guess they could call it. Then like Ultra Instinct, but just the character itself, that was always going to be my favorite character, because he was the one that inspired me when I was younger to lose weight. Just seeing him train, I'm like, oh, I could do that. And then going from some novice little high schooler who was just starting to watch Dragon Ball Z on VHS to that's again how time has changed, but to where I am now, certified as fitness trainer, and putting my, hopefully I always help out people. I don't really train as much because my job is a little more intense than my normal job, but I am still certified to train anybody. And so that was one of the best things. It's like it made me want to stay in shape really well for cosplay. And then my other one, my comfort one, gotta love my Peter B. Gotta love him. That was gifted, because I'm gonna tell you, I had no idea that, not that the character was out, but like people kept messaging me after, I think it was New York Comic Con 2018. They're like, dude, it's like you look like that Spiderverse guy. I'm like, what? Like, really? And I decided to like I guess I Googled him, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I went to the movie, because I went to the movie like late, for that one, because I didn't even really know about it, to be honest. And then I looked and I'm like, wait a second, Peter B's got blonde hair and blue eyes. I'm like, what is, or Peter Parker? I'm like, I don't look like this guy. And then like the scenes cut, move forward, and it's like, oh, that Peter, the out of shape one. But you know what it is? I just love pizza, burgers, and coffee. I drink a lot of coffee as well. I like my coffee in the morning, and just walking around with a box of pizza, or my coffee, or a giant cup of soda, or whatever. I usually put water in there anyway, but just doing that, it just it just fits so well. So like, and it has a lot of pockets. As a cosplayer, if you have like one pocket, you're golden. And this thing had I had like 7 pockets to put stuff in. So
yeah, that's convenient, because most costumes wouldn't even have pockets unless you got a utility belt.
Yeah, and like even my Reed Richards, I just updated it. So I'm gonna have it's gonna be on the back, but my Sue Storm does it. She has to put make it like a belt, and she puts like a little floor on it. I'm gonna do it too. I have like a fanny pack that I'm gonna put everything in from behind, and that's another reason I wore like my lab coat with like Reed Richards. It's like it has 2 pockets in the front. I'm like, all right, at least I could get my phone and like a credit card or something, like something, so that way, or ID at least. Like, hey, it's like if I want to go, get something, and I have to show somehow reason I have to prove my age, which I don't know. I don't know how I feel when people it's like, come on, I'm 21, all right.
Well, I gotta say, I think I always thought that when I first saw you, I think you were just had add some hairspray or hair dye to make it look older.
No, that was just me. That's just my hair. Like right now, I cut it really clean. It should come back just enough to be like Reed Richard for Garden State, because the New York Fantastic Four is going to be there, and hopefully our full team for the first time since we decided to part ways. Some of our participants, but we have a full team now, and we're looking forward to being at that show. And but yeah, I finally got like a haircut and a shave. So like if you look at a post coming up, I'm gonna put one up with me as Reed, and it's gonna like look full beard and like everything. And then you look at me now, it's like, oh, what happened?
Interesting. But yeah, it's still just amazing how you quickly gained like so much fame in the cosplay community for doing Peter B cosplay. Like it just looks uncanny. Like if the Spiderverse movies ever do something where they stumble upon like a live action like a reality, then you would be perfect to fill in that role.
I think Cosplay Nay took my face and put it on Peter B because he put his on Miles and like put it up, and it wasn't too far off. I'm not gonna lie. I think when it first came out, okay, so I remember it fondly because it was just like a crazy ride. So I decided like, all right, I'll do a cos test. I had this like Spider-Man shirt that looks like a suit, and I had like a green sweatshirt, and then I just pretended to put my hand like on it, like a coat, just like the normal like photo, and I put it up just like thinking, I usually get like, I used to get, this is like when I think I had like 4,000 followers or something, and everyone knew me as Goku. I put that up, and then like it just like my phone just almost died from all the notifications, and I'm like, I've never seen something like this before, where it just the post blew up, and I started posting more like comparisons and some stuff, and I'm like, that's what really actually got me to watch the movie. I was just like, okay, I got to take this a little more seriously now. And then I did a shoot with Nay, Cosplay Nay. He invited me out to a Spiderverse shoot in Brooklyn, and the man is incredible. He what he does for photos is just insane, and our photos just like skyrocketed. Like I didn't think, it felt weird. Like I felt like there's got to be some kind of crash coming down soon. But then Across the Spiderverse came out, and hey, I got a pink robe, so I know at least I'll be comfortable.
There you go. So I guess for your first cosplay, I guess it wasn't really like I guess the better question is what was your first cosplay? Was it Goku?
No, actually no. So I started Goku 11 years ago. I actually was Kakashi for now, this would be 14 years. But even before that, I did Bret Hart in 2009, but my first one was Neo from The Matrix, like official. Like I went to Wizard World 2004, and that was like my first time actually going to a con and dressing up. Again, just getting inspired by the little con, where like you just get to notice people, and then to be invited by, it was my old store who told like, hey, you can get free tickets, just help us out and work the table at one point. And I'm like, sure, and I went there with my ex, and we just walked around, and it was like, I even had this guy stop me. He's like, oh my god, you're like perfect. And I'm like, all right. My ex on the side was just like looking like starstruck, and I'm like, all right, whatever. I would have asked for his photo if I could, and it was Joss Whedon that stopped me, and I think that's what kind of like just pushed it too. It's like, wow, like Joss Whedon wanted, and he had his disposable camera, so like, so my claim to fame is somewhere around his house. He probably has a photo of me as Neo somewhere.
So Neo was your first cosplay, I guess, technically.
Yeah, I mean, again, growing up and doing other things, like I went to a college party as like Austin Powers from like Gold Member, where he had like that really weird pimp suit, but I mean, official con cosplay would definitely was Neo from The Matrix, and I hate to say that it's from when the second and third part were coming out that like I wanted to do it, so it's like they were just kind of like fresh off the of being shown. About, I think at that point I mean, actually no, I think it was 2003. I just know that I saw the outfit and like my buddy and I, like, we put like little shoulder pads on to like make me look like more like Neo like going up.
That's why I was curious, like when I think when I first saw you last year at Terrificon, like I always wondered, like, when you dress as, cause it looked like you were pretty in shape, like you didn't look like, you know, as like that accurate body wise to how he looked in the movie.
Yeah, that's I actually got that comment like maybe a couple times. Yeah, hey, you're that guy's too in shape to be Peter B. I'm like, really? It's like the first time I've ever heard someone complain about somebody being fit. That's like I guess if I tried to be like, you know, Endgame Thor, you know, like it's like you're too in shape. Damn it.
Yeah, that's not something you would hear often.
I'll say this though. I mean, it's just fun, like walking around with walking around with a couple slices of pizza. You have your lunch with you. You know, you don't have to go anywhere. But he's just one of those guys where I feel like I have like a fitness spectrum for cosplay. Like I have like Goku over here. I have Peter B over here. No matter what, like if I really start working out more, I go towards him. If not, I can go towards him. And hey, we got it. I got it all covered. No matter what, I'll be somebody. And then everybody else is kind of like in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, because I mean, I'll admit, like before I saw it, I didn't think you did like Mr. Fantastic. I first knew you just as with Peter B. Parker, but once I saw the Fantastic Four, I feel you nailed a good like balance between John Krasinski and the actor from the 2005 movie. I forgot. Ian.
Yeah, the guy. You know, like I always thought like the original two Fantastic Four movies were pretty decent. You know, and John Krasinski did a really good job. I thought he did a decent job. The only thing that, you know, we all know, and we all were like, you know, why would you give away that secret? But, you know, he was trying to like, just like push her, like not push her down, but like, you know, kind of like calm her down and say, look, you know, we don't want to do anything. Just relax. Let's talk about this. But, you know, sometimes you just can't talk to a Wanda like that. I guess.
So I guess this is one other thing, because you said you grew up with watching like with Dragon Ball and Transformers. But what about for Spider-Man? Were you always a big like Spider-Man Marvel fan growing up?
So growing up, I used to buy my comics from this stationery store from around where I lived, and we had a video store and, you know, video rental store, and they also had trading cards. Like I have a full set of Marvel Series 1 cards, and they had these like awesome like Spider-Man like interviewing other heroes, you know, cards, and it doesn't even give you like their rating. Like Series 2 gave you like a power scale, like, oh, this hero's got strength of 10, which is like, and then they give you like oh, this character could lift like 20 tons or something, and then strength of like 1 is like weaker than, you know, a normal human. Like 2 is a normal human, and 3 is like super soldier and all that stuff going forward. I thought those were cool, but the first series, they gave like you their win-loss record, and in my mind, I'm like, if a hero loses, doesn't that mean he's dead? But I guess no. And but I grew up watching a lot of videos I would find in the video store with heroes, and I also was around when the Fox Marvel stuff came out. That's X-Men and Spider-Man, and those were just fantastic shows. Like I love both of them. You know, Marvel. Actually, it's funny. It's like I don't know how they got away with it, but like the X-Men show had Spider-Man at one point, like just like a little cameo. They just put him in. If you haven't seen it, it's I think it was during like the Dark Phoenix saga. But like, so anyway, what
I think I know what you're talking about. Like you mean the '90s show, right?
Yeah, like so the '90s shows. I grew up also watching those as well. You know, because they were around when like Power Rangers and stuff was out. And again, growing up, like I used to subscribe. They used to mail me my comics, like every month I get the new one for Spider-Man and Fantastic Four and Captain America. And I was around when the Infinite Gauntlet saga actually came out, and it was crazy because like obviously it's different from the movies, but it was able to show me more heroes that I'd never seen before, and then see what they did where they actually put stories into some of the issues, like this showed more backstory from issue 2 of like the Infinite Gauntlet with like 6 issues, and it was a great cohesive story. But if you wanted more of behind the scenes story, you could buy like Spider-Man such and such number, or Captain America this number, or Silver Surfer this number, and it goes more into what those characters were doing at different points of the Infinite Gauntlet like issues or story being told. And they did that with like the Infinite War and stuff, and like those like hero gathering moments were like huge for me, like growing up and liking the characters and stuff. And then college came, and Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire came out, and I loved the movie. I didn't care that he didn't have web sling. I thought it was actually better that it was coming out of him. Yeah, I know. I love the jokes that they had in No Way Home, but like that movie was such a hit. And my old store, we actually got it like a month early than the release, and I was able to take one home, and everybody came over like, oh, that and Lord of the Rings. Everybody came to my apartment they were like, oh, we gotta watch this, and like imagine like 15 people in like 200 square foot like room, just like watching like Spider-Man and Lord of the Rings. But yes, just seeing everything like move and progress on from like Spider-Man, and like I go through dips. Like there's times where I wasn't really, I'd be more into Dragon Ball, or I'd be more into, just whatever anime I was watching at the time, or I could find. I would go back into going into Legos. I'd go into, I'd always be in my sports, doing something competitive, or, so like it was always back and forth, but I never like lost. And then actually it's funny because like going into cosplay, like when I was doing Kakashi and Goku in the beginning, and I was more of an anime cosplayer for the longest time. Like most people knew me. Like I did Natsu from Fairy Tail, like Kenpachi from Bleach, Ichigo from Bleach. I've done a really bad Itachi back in the day that I don't want to talk about anymore. I've done Pain, like a lot of like anime characters. And then I'm like, oh, I gotta get into like Marvel at some point, or DC. And my first Marvel was gonna be Reed Richards, because of I had these grays that just were here, like on my side, and it was just perfect. And then all of a sudden the whole Spiderverse thing happened, and like I never thought I would ever be a Spider-Man, because I just was never lean like Spider-Man. And I know cosplays for everybody, and you could do whatever, but like I didn't want to look like a like I would have probably been better doing like Venom, but I didn't want to make like giant like gnarly like mask. So but then Peter B came, and like now everybody knows me as Spider-Man, so I'm the guy that eats burgers, and I don't mind it because burgers are awesome.
Yeah, it's like you found your own like Mr. Incredible cosplay.
Pretty much. I mean, like one thing I look back on and I always see, and it always makes me happy, is like I made that burger scene so long ago, and it's funny because that burger was a black bean burger. Like I didn't have a regular one, because it also made it look good because it was just darker. It looked like more like a burger when I was capturing it, and like I'm taking this bite and I'm like, this is not a burger, but like I gotta get this scene in, and everybody loved that scene. And it's my favorite video, not just because I love the scene, but like I just see Miles cosplayers always coming out and duetting it, and it's just like, it just makes me happy just seeing those. Like I always try to repost them and stuff, and Um, but yeah, that a little behind the scenes. That was a black bean burger in that video. So don't tell many people that wasn't a real one.
So I guess so. Besides, I guess the burger scene. Like, what other parts did you like about with the first Spider-Verse movie?
Something I actually liked that I didn't realize until I rewatched it was that Miles was really in a different universe. Like, you know, you feel like when you first watch it that he's in the normal universe. You know, everything seemed fine, but then like you look at the backgrounds and you take a look at the movie behind the movie, and you realize that like this the police department is the PDNY, not the NYPD. You know, you look at like the billboards, and like everything is like a little off, and you realize that like, yes, he is not in the, you know, he's not in our universe, so to speak. It was a different universe. You know, just seeing that was kind of cool. But I also love the Doc Ock scenes, yeah, where like he's going in, he's like just like stretching and everything, and he goes in and he's just talking to Miles while fighting Doc Ock. And I think one of my other favorite lines, it's like, got some good news. The monitor, we don't need it. It just throws it after Miles grabs that part. And then like the bagel, like I didn't realize in the beginning that when he threw the bagel, he hit the person, it said bagel or something, like popped up on it. It was hilarious. But like, yeah, definitely that scene was great. And like I said, looking at all the like little nuances that they put in that you don't realize until you really pay attention to the movie. You know?
Yeah, it's amazing how much detail they added, like with the animation, adding like the sound, some of the sound effects, or seeing the word bagel once it hits. It's like it's like one of the best ways to watch a comic book movie, where it moves and breathes like you're reading a comic.
Oh yeah, like the art style was amazing. And you know, I just like I think the concept of it really made, I think it really brought Miles Morales like completely full circle into Marvel, where people who didn't know, like I'll be honest, like I'm taking a break from just Spider-Man in general or probably after like I didn't watch the Amazing Spider-Mans. I was just like, Toby's my boy. I can't watch this other guy do Spider-Man. So I took like a break after Spider-Man 3, and then I like, what is this Spider-Man? And then I started learning about him. And then when the movie came out, you know, it really did a great job of making, like, spotlighting Miles as like a real hero. And they did such a great job with that. That was another great thing about it. So
Yeah, it was a good way to bring about, like, I guess, continuing the legacy, but it doesn't have to be like a lineage or something, because, you know, it's just he's just just another kid that has similar experience, but he's doing it his own way.
I'm assuming that's what's continuing in the next one, but let's not get into that.
Nah, the only thing I ask is just like what are your expectations with this film?
My one of my real, if you want me to be honest, like one of the first things I thought when I'm like, oh, the second one's coming out, it's like I'll have new lines for TikTok videos. Yeah. But no, initially I was like, well, how are they? I know everybody loves, or a lot of people love Peter B. I can tell you that for now, sure. But like, how are they bringing him back in? Like, you know, how are they? You know, you saw him get that like kind of redemption arc and talking to MJ, or you know, or something, or like, you know, working things out. So like, how are they going to bring him back and make him that guy? And it's like, well, how else do we make him lazy and, you know, broken? Let's make him a dad. And I don't know, I had a feeling it was coming, but you know, until they confirmed it, I was like, all right, let's see this. So I was like, wait, but why the pink robe? Why? Like any other color? Why not white? I mean, I guess it just stood out better in the movie, but it's like I had to go buy a pink robe just for this, and it was not fun shopping for one.
And I'm guessing, did you get the whole like that little thing where the baby's gonna be in?
So I have a friend who's supposed to be giving one, but they were running a little late, so I want to buy one. that I'm hopefully I didn't take any tags off. I could just return when she, drops it off. But I noticed he had a fanny pack, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I have done Goku. Actually, I have a Goku themed one as well. I did my Goku B Parker. Did you see that one?
No, I don't think so. Like, when did you do that?
I did it for Anime Next 2019. So I was doing Goku Black, because when you do Goku's normal hair, you have like 8 characters you could do. You could do Turles, you could do Goku Black, you could do Bardock, you could do Goten if I was like 2 feet tall, Goku regular, and like it's like almost like you could name a whole bunch of people you could do. And so I was Goku Black in the beginning, and then like I had bought this suit. My friend Arsenio Arsenal, he sends me this like link. He's like, dude, check this out. And it was a Goku themed suit. And I'm like, oh, that'd be awesome. So I bought it. And I but that one I bought with the footwear, so I could, because I might just do it like the spider and then like take it off, and I could put like the wig back on. And I was like, wait, I could be Goku B Parker. And my story was I was bitten by a radioactive Saiyan, and yeah, and
I mean, okay.
And it's funny. I did a video TikTok where I was doing I had like the Power Rangers theme. I had a mix of Goku, and I did the Goku B Parker, and people were just furious with me. Like, you can't mix this kind of stuff, man. You can't. That's how I imagined it talk. And I was just like, dude, it's all fighting stuff. Goku, Spider-Man, and Power Rangers. Like, what's your problem, right? But like, it was just a fun one I've done. Where, I had like Spider Pig with me, and it was just basically the same outfit, just with the orange suit and the Goku wig on it.
That's still, I know, I find that fun. I find all that funny, just mixing all those characters, like Goku B Parker. Just somehow that just, I don't know, it sounds good.
I could be Peter B Goku. So like you could like, it's like I'm really just Spider. I don't know. I just thought Goku B Parker was pretty, just like rolled off the tongue a little bit better. But then now I'm thinking like, Peter B Goku, like that could work as well. But yeah, I'll send it to you later so you can see it.
God, that's something. So you also have like a regular Spider-Man suit, like like head to toe, unaltered or anything?
Yes, so I do have a full one. I tried the face shell thing, and I hate it. I just put the mask on, if I even do. And so I have a full, like I said, I have the full regular. I have the full, Dragon Ball one, Cosmic Spider-Man, and the Symbiont. Because I did a version of Peter B where it was evil, and I had a lot of fun, to be honest with that. I did when I had a full beard, and like I like slicked back the hair, and I was just trying to like do evil videos, like evil things. Like I just like Google like what other people did, like Venom and stuff like that, and it was a lot of fun. But like, yeah, I have all those suits ready if I ever need to use them. Hopefully we'll see. Like, I don't know if I want to go to a convention and people are like, hey, that's not canon, bro. Come on. I don't know why all my trolls sound that way, but that's how they sound.
No, that's probably accurate. Yeah, I mean, some people just don't like mix-ups. I mean, but I don't know. Sometimes mix-ups can be a good thing, just like what you saw with the Green and White Ranger. Like it was just a fan idea, but now it's become a legit thing.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised. Who knows? Next Spiderverse movie, like those have Into, Across, and how about it's like In Between the Spiderverse, like starring Goku B Parker.
You never know. But anyway, I would say that's probably gonna be our time for today.
Sounds good.
I want to say thank you again for joining me on this live stream.
No problem. It was my honor. I'm like I said, I wish I could get there this kind of time earlier during the day to get a better time, but If we want to continue this on something else, I'm always down to talk and just go over a few things.
Yep. Yep. And that's what I say to you viewers, that tune in for Terrific Con as soon as, say, hopefully by then, that both of us will have seen Across the Spiderverse, and we get to talk quite a bit of detail on that movie.
Hey, Peter B may be showing there. You never know.
Yep. So stay tuned, everybody, and have a good night.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Click on the vid link here to see my interview with the NY Fantastic Four cosplay group on the latest Spiderverse movie and other Marvel content. Be sure to follow the group and each member's social media account on Instagram. And as usual, click the like and subscribe button for more content here. This is BD Knight, signing out.